no electricity, and we have got nice flower bed instead of that. And before, can you see there were trees, or now we have got Here, that one?
Yes, I will show you what you can start. Absolutely, absolutely, I know it. I read, so it's very famous. And this person, he was a weaver. He wove hands made of special things. I forgot now. He was so famous, and people from royal family came to his hospital. And here you can try with your hands mineral water called Birute. Birute mineral water is produced in Birštonas. We bottle it. And to 17 countries in the world this water is exported. In Europe the furthest is China, Yemen in Arabian Peninsula, so this water is popular. This water is not salty. For me it's quite light, and it should be drunk in with such cup, small sips. It depends on the acidity of your stomach. Doctors will prescribe to drink before meal or after meal, or warm or cold, depends on personal needs. And this area, exactly this flower bed, is absolutely the beginning of Birštonas resort story. In this place there were two springs, from the ground, and doctors and helpers they joined with wooden pipes and delivered to the spa. In the spa, this water was warmed, and in brass pipes straight to the bath. And person can have bath. And people who lived here, poor peasants who lived here, they all take advantage of this area, and they ask client, if you want to have cheaper treatment, come to my place, I will make bath for you, and you will have cheaper treatment. And what is interesting in documents I read, that peasants lived in houses where they didn't have chimneys. So it means smoke was in the inside of the room. And another fact which absolutely fascinates me, this Vytautas, which I showed you, great knight, it was a very big honor to serve for him, to be in his army. And he was clever enough, he brought Tatars, nation Tatars, he brought in Lithuania, exactly in these places, and Tatars lived in this place up to the 19th century. Like 100 years ago, mineral water source Birute. Lady who bought Birštonas from the previous owner who sold before the first war, her name was Lydia, and she named mineral water Lydia. And then it was renamed in Birute. Birute was Vytautas' mom. Can you see flower bed made of so everywhere Wales. So these two houses in the architectural list of heritage. In Kurhaus we have got high level of cultural events, and there is very posh restaurant here as well. And everything is like authentic here, like it was before the Second World War. When my dad was here a doctor, here was a canteen. Not restaurant, canteen.
Canteen. Your dad is still alive?
No, my parents died 3 years ago, one after another. So we can have to. It's very interesting that you mentioned this knife. I know this. Yes, I read it. So fascinating.
It must be the same doctor.
Absolutely, yes. I read about him. How he treated himself, how he became. Again, story is amazing. He got tuberculosis when he was very young, and he was trained as a priest, and he decided to heal himself because tuberculosis those days were death sentence. And he found a book about water, how water cures, and he lived by the river Danube, and he submerged himself into icy water, and you know,
I see. Yeah.
yes,
Mm.
and he treated himself. He recovered.
Oh,
Yes.
from the tuberculosis.
From
Wow.
This is and the lady who bought Birštonas for the second time, she was not successful businesswoman,
Ah.
and state and Ministry of Health took over.
Ah,
It's
Ministry
not
of Health.
nice because she lost her money. She lost her
Yeah.
money. So now we are going up to the river. I don't want to be dark. Otherwise
yeah.
it will not be.
Yeah.
And then we climb a little bit, and over there, yellow pump room, there is another mineral water. He told us it's very salty,
Mm.
other elements, very rich, and the best mineral water in Lithuania. We call it Birštonas.
There's so much mineral water in countries.
People who drink, they do not drink. How to explain? The deeper you take mineral water from the ground, the saltier it is. And doctors prescribed you which mineral bath you can take. Very salty, not very salty. Or maybe in some cases you can't take mineral bath. Depends on your diagnosis.
Mineral water is good for the rheumatism.
Like I said, water in general isn't good for you.
No problem.
Rheumatism.
Mud.
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 Ah.
Oh, mud.
Yeah.
My granddad
Mud.
came here. He had very severe rheumatism, died at age 46.
Oi.
So he came here and treated.
By mud.
Mud.
Aye.
It was 80 years ago maybe.
Yeah.
No, it was
Yeah.
long time ago.
Long time ago. So mud, it's good for rheumatism.
And for beauty, for skin.
Yeah,
It
for
is
skin,
applied
yeah.
for skin.
His little face today.
Yes,
Yeah.
on the hair as
And the
well.
hair.
On
Oh.
the hair, mud.
Oi.
In the middle of the river. The river makes loops like that. Comes from around time where this night was ahead of Lithuania. And also I will show you meanwhile we are walking. Can you see in that direction? I can't explain. Something flows on the river like
Yeah.
triangle.
Yeah, triangle. Yeah.
So where
Yeah.
is this triangle? There is a place of buried whale.
Ah, where?
This is the place where this whale stood before.
Mm.
And here in this park, in the 1930s, people who come here for treatment, they walked here. And in the center of the park, there was a stage with orchestra.
Orchestra. Oh.
Music. And people looked after their figure, their diets, and it was possible to buy here carbonized mineral water, which was those days something. And this water was carbonized here in the town, 7 kilometers from Birštonas. There was one of the biggest breweries in Europe. The Germans, when they invade Lithuania, they blow it. They blow, and this brewery disappeared. And also in the center of this place, in the park, people kept trying to drink cafe, soured milk. So it was very healthy walking.
Yeah.
So, royal family members, they came here. You will see the hill. And was the person you can climb this hill if you wish. 172 steps. And okay, that's up to you because we adapt to any wish. So we will see the hill where was castle. And okay. And you know when the Germans came here by boats and they wanted to invade in the 14th century, they never succeeded because this castle was very well defended.
Ah.
Around were salty waters and swamps. Very difficult to get to the place.
Mm.
So here there is a monument of Vytautas, which we can come closer from the. It's better to do pictures from the side because the author who made this monument, he made Vytautas like one
to show how powerful knife was.
Vytautas. Vytautas the Great. Yeah. And I just want to read for you absolutely true documents. I translated from Lithuanian, but Polish history writer Jan Lugoš wrote about Vytautas. He was the first who his dark, weak, and unknown native country introduced to the world. Then Lithuanian borders were up to the Black Sea. In Vytautas possession were parts of Belarusia and Ukraine. Definitely we are proud of. And this is Vytautas Park, Vytautas Hill, Vytautas Monument, and Vytautas Mineral Water Factory.
And you have the Birštonas on top.
Yes, castle was on top, like I showed you, small wooden castle, and it's collapsed because of age. Just died. I want to show you pay-free treatment, which you enter and treatment. But I want to show you what ordinary people, ordinary tourists can get here at any time. And then we will go to see the top of the For me it's strange that it's getting so dark quickly because